Households around the country here in the United States are out buying supplies for their kids to go back to school, clothes, backpacks, all the things that are necessary for our kids to thrive as they head back into the school year. We know in Orphans Promise just how important education is in the life of every child. So I want to introduce you to a young girl from Thailand who's just beginning that education process, but we believe that it's going to change her life for the good as she continues on into the dreams that God has planned and purposed for her life, and you are a part of that. Take a look at her story. 6-year-old Pla is at a point in her life where reading and coloring are very important to her. And her favorite time to do that is when she goes to this Christian preschool, supported by CBN's Orphans Promise.
I am happy because I get to go to school.
Until Orphans Promise built and staffed the preschool here in one of the poorest communities in Thailand, there was no Head Start program for at-risk children like Pla. Now, with a little extra help, she's ready to start the first grade. But reading is not the only thing she's learning in this predominantly Buddhist nation of Thailand.
I like it when my teacher talks about Jesus.
Pla recently graduated from the Orphans Promise preschool with changes that her teachers hope will last a lifetime.
Thank you, Orphans Promise, for teaching me about Jesus.
You know, in many parts of the world, one of the reasons children aren't in school is because the poverty is so extreme that they have to work with their parents during the day to earn enough money for their family to survive. So in India, we have a number of centers. They're called Vidyajyoti centers, and they are applied to children's lives in the evening, so they can still go out and work with their parents during the day, but they can get an education at night, giving them hope, a future, and a better tomorrow. Take a look at this.
There are over 130 million children without access to education in India, which makes their opportunities for the future scarce. This is just one story of a child who's overcoming the odds.
Gopal is one of the students of the VJ Center. They basically migrated from the rural village and their parents couldn't afford to give him an education. So he's always on the streets. Gopal, is used to be at home, without any work, and then his father is, used to make rings and other, jewelry items. So Gopal used to just help his father in making those things, and he never went to a school. But because of the VJ Center in Prabhat Nagar, the teachers have brought him to this place.
At the Child Development Centers, children are given educational materials that otherwise would not be provided to them. They're given a healthy environment to study and learn that would not be at all possible at home. They are provided teachers and tutors who will help them learn the importance of education and give them a foundation of moral values based on biblical principles. With this education, children like Gopal can pursue a career outside of the slums and support their families, finding a hope for the future.
There are many more children like Gopal and who are in and around this slum area, but I think we need more support coming in. We need computers for our centers, and then we need like sewing machines so that we can help more children like Gopal, to fetch a career and a better living.
Orphans Promise has established 18 child development centers across India that inspire a better life and future for children and their communities. We need partners and donors like you to come alongside us as God multiplies our resources.
Why do we think education is so important? It's not just because every child needs to have a little bit of information about this or about that, but because it teaches them to dream. It develops the gifts and the talents and abilities that God has placed in them. We believe that in offering education to these children, we are actually training some of the new leaders of tomorrow in their various countries. So thank you for your support in all of this, and happy Tuesday to all of you.